Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Rooski, for beer review number 18. In today's beer, we have RIFLEMAN'S RATION Brown Ale by Black Creek Historic Brewery. Here's a can. Made in Toronto, Ontario. Coming in at 5% alcohol by volume and an unknown IBUs. It is a brown ale, like I said before, and that's all I know about it so far. We'll read the description in a second after we pour. So let's crack her open and give her a nice pour. As always, or as usual, Rouge River tulip style glass. Come on. There we go. Cool. Now let's give her a nice pour. And I just poured all over my laptop, which is kind of cool. Not really. Probably gotta clean that up. There we go. Pour that much for now. Alright, now that we have that cleaned up, let's take a look, have a sniff, and a sip. Very dark brown. Not dark brown, but a solid brown color, I guess. Lives up to that brown ale style. Not much heady on it. Ooh, that smells good. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee. Malts definitely roasted. A little bit of caramel and toffee, I think. That smells really good. Let's have a sip and then we'll cheers. Yeah, definitely coffee and chocolate up in there. And those those roasted malts. That's really good. It's quite delicious. Quite heavy and deep in the flavor. So let's read what the can has to say. For British soldiers stationed in Canada in the 1800s, money to buy a daily ration of beer was a part of their wages. Treat yourself to this historically inspired brown ale with the rich hint of chocolate, the aroma of darkly toasted bread, and a smooth malt finish. We follow an age-old recipe, including the ingredients of the time, including only Ontario-grown malt and hops. That's pretty cool. Keeping it very traditional, which is kind of cool, especially when breweries offer I guess like a historic style beer or a historic based beer. You know, it's nice to see that that Black Creek has delivered on, you know, keeping it to very historically accurate beer. So let's cheers and continue on drinking. Cheers, everybody. Oh wow. Slight hint of fruitiness. And darker fruits, maybe figs, it doesn't say, but that's what I'm getting from it. And raisins, I want to say. Man, I got the breadiness, the dark breadiness kind of thing that they said. Yeah, like a pumpernickel or something like that. Oh damn, that's quite delicious. Also on the can says Black Creek Pioneer Village Historic Brewery is located in the heart of the village, where you are fully immersed in the 1860s. Here, our brewmaster handcrafts ale using methods and tools from the 1800s, resulting in the authentic beer of Canada's hard-working settlers. Celebrate Canada's 150th birthday with us. Come in for a tasting and pick up a growler to take home. Ooh, that's really good. The taste lingers, and it's not a bad lingering taste. It's actually quite enjoyable. Not really carbonated at all. A little bit of carbonation, but because it is a brown ale, it doesn't need that carbonation. You know, it's chocolatey, it's dark bready, it's a little bit of coffee flavored in there. That's quite amazing, especially thinking back, putting yourself back and thinking about like history class and all that of all the events that led up to Confederation of Canada and stuff. You know, it's really cool to drink something that possibly people from that time drank after, either on the battlefield or back at camp or something, or just of that time. That's really neat. That's really interesting. Like, I'm kind of a big history buff, and that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Like, they got the riflemen kind of sitting, relaxing, or trying to make the most of the hard battles and the hard work that came at that day and time. That's kind of cool. Even with the lack of carbonation, to me it's a little on the flat side of things. So if they maybe did a little bit more carbonation in there, that would really balance everything out. At least to me personally, that's my opinion. Okay, so here on Beer Advocate, Rifleman's Ration has an 84 out of 100, which is a good rating. And let's find a review. Alright, this person gave it a 3.63 out of 5, and they say, the pour reveals Rifleman Ration to be a shockingly light carbonated beer, with an aggressive pour netting no more than a half finger of head that recedes almost instantly. Through the though at least there's a ring of lacing on the glass. Smell of smoky, caramel, toasted malts, roasted malts. Biscuit made from hearty brown bread. Taste is all those things, but with a balance between malty, toasty, smoky notes, and a nice caramelized sugar sweetness. Body is very lightly carbonated and rather light in body. Still, my guess is there's an element of historic authenticity here, and it's cool to drink what ostensibly might have been a drink of choice a couple hundred years ago. It's interesting and decadent and decent enough, but is not settling the world on fire, or setting the world on fire. Sorry. It is very delicious. When I do get the smokiness of it, now that I read that, you can pick up on it. Like he said, it's really cool seeing how something that you can drink nowadays is something that they may have drank back in the past. And the 1800s, those were tough times compared to now. You only gotta build stuff out of real wood, real men's hard work. Right now, houses go up like no tomorrow. It's like a Lego brick set. Houses now, but back then you really had to work for that shit. You had to cut down trees, have your buddies come over from all the town and shit, and work together to build a home. That doesn't happen nowadays, which really kind of pisses me off. All the houses nowadays are in a cookie cutter style, very ugly, small lots. They all look the same. It's too uniform, too bullshit uniform. But that's my opinion. That's my little rant about houses. Yeah, that is quite tasty. Maybe I was wrong with the figs and I guess darker fruits of it. But yeah, that brown sugar, I can get it, but more leaning towards the figs and stuff. But yeah, very, very quite enjoyable. It's not like that crisp taste of usual beers that I've drank, but still really fun, on a relaxing, I guess. With darker beers, I like to drink them when it's a little bit colder outside, because you can just sit back, relax by a fire, and enjoy a really nice beer. But it's tasty, very tasty. So with that, let's have the final cheers and the final sip. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, you get a little slight bit of hops when it warms up a bit. Very, very slight. Overall, I gotta give it a solid, I gotta give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's very enjoyable, a lot of great flavors in there. Thing that I'm gonna dock marks off of it is the carbonation. If there was just a tad bit more, because personally, I'm not a big fan of flat beers, especially nitrogen charged beers, which this isn't. But yeah, solid 8.5 out of 10. Very enjoyable, a lot of beautiful flavors in there, and the whole aspect that it's authentically brewed and whatnot, perfect. So with that, that'll do it for me, Maple Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers, everyone.